Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're reacting to Dave Ramsey. How much cash is too much cash to keep at home? I'm a 19-year-old kid who's just trying to get ahead of the game, not trying to get into debt, trying to make smart financial decisions for myself. And Dave Ramsey was the first person to introduce me to all these concepts of how debt is really bad for you, how much should you invest, and that you shouldn't just gamble all your money into the stock market, even though it's better than gambling, but still there's a risk if you pick individual stocks, so just go for mutual funds. So he's the person who introduced me to a lot of these topics. And right now we're reacting to how much cash should you have, because right now I do a part-time job, not even part-time, it's really full-time now, and I make a decent amount of money, and I mostly just invest and save it. So, and the saving is for like a particular reason, which is for college that I'm saving for. But I don't have any cash on hand all the time to like spend for emergencies or just in general. So let's see how much you should have. By the way, I love this concept of just
Beverly's with us. Beverly's in Boise, Idaho. Hi, Beverly. How are you?
The country and the world is calling him, who are self-aware that they know they're in a bad situation financially, and then they're seeking help, which is really helpful.
Hi, Dave.
Okay, so
Hi, Ken.
first of all,
Thank
if
you
it's
for
an
taking
old
my
lady
call.
calling him,
Sure, what's up?
I mean, she sounds old,
I have
so
a very simple
I would
question
assume that
for
it's
you.
not a very common
How
knowledge
much
for
cash
people to know like
is
how much cash should they have,
too much
no matter
cash?
what age group they get into. If they don't know any financial literacy, they can be trapped for a very long time. Okay, so technically she wants to know where can I put the
To
money
keep at home.
to,
And
so
where
it
would you
also
put
grows,
it?
but it's
Where should
also
you
like
put it
there
since the
for me
banks are
when I
only
need
giving
it.
you 1%?
I think it'll most likely say money market or
So
a
you're-
high yield saving account.
Cash under the mattress woman, are you?
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's some coffee cans buried in the backyard.
So how much cash do you want to keep at home?
Well, you always say pay cash for stuff. Well, obviously, you
That
cannot
doesn't
go
make any
down
sense.
to
Why would
the
you?
car store and put
Is she talking car
$70,000
as
of
an
cash on their
asset
debt.
that you just put down
So-
70K?
You cannot go down to the
and
what store?
Have that
The
as a
automobile
secure-
store.
as a way of securing your money? I don't know.
And put
To get a new truck.
$70,000 cash? Did you say 70?
Yeah.
You're buying a nice
To
car.
to buy a new car. To buy a new truck.
You're buying a
That's
nice truck.
what I assume a lot of
All
rich
right.
people do. They just
Well,
don't keep
I
all
don't
of their
do
money
that
or
when I'm
even
buying a $70,000
a tenth
item.
of their money
I wire it.
in liquid cash.
Okay.
I
So
don't
they
carry
just
cash
have
in.
that
Now,
all
if
the
I'm
time.
negotiating
I'm
with
pretty sure they keep it on. They have diversified across all platforms, so when they need the money, they have it, but they also secure it with real estate or stock markets where their money grows exponentially.
individual for a used item, I might use the power of cash like we have taught and wave it under their nose and see if I can
would
get a
love
better
to do
deal.
that
I've
one
done
day.
that.
Just
I'm
have
not above
100K
doing
in
that.
cash
But
and
I
just
don't
buy whatever car I want when I go to the dealership.
I don't think I'm going to recommend
obviously can't do
Beverly
that right now, but
walks down with a
I imagine it'll be
suitcase full
fun.
of money like
I
a
just want
drug
to see the
dealer to
reaction
a
on
$70,000
the salesman's face. Like how would they react to just need that much cash, or if that's like even unusual for them. I bet it is. I mean,
car
it's
purchase.
true.
I'm just going to let you wire that money in.
I guess the most secure
So
place
you would put
be
the money
the
in the
bank,
bank
technically,
And
because
wire it.
even if
and
there's
get
a
1%.
hint to
Well, you're not
anyone
getting anything
outside
in
your
the
family
bottom
that
of
you
your
have that much
mattress.
cash sitting around in your house, it's gonna be in danger. At least with the bank, there's another level of protection. Even with if the bank gets robbed, it's FDIC insured for most banks, and you can just get money from there. I'm pretty sure there's a certain cap to it, but it's secured. Unlike if you just keep like 70K or whatever she said at home, if it gets stolen, you're done for. What I just said, basically.
True.
Yeah. So it's you know.
I know that.
It's not the
He's
1%. It's I don't want you to get
multi-millionaire,
robbed.
or
I don't want
most
somebody to knock
likely
you
a
in the head
billionaire
and
by
take
now.
70 grand out of your house. I don't have 70 grand in my house.
So that's just when you say you pay cash for stuff, you keep your money in a bank or a credit union or something, and then
Yeah.
you wire it.
Yeah, and I wire it,
That
and meaning I don't
wouldn't
go
be
into
most people, I
debt
would
is what I
assume,
mean when
but
I pay
still,
cash.
yeah, I guess
Now I
you
have
should-
a
you
pocket
should
full
have
of cash
some
right
cash
now.
left.
I carry
unlike me, I have
a money
nothing
clip
left
in my
over.
front
Everything,
pocket
I
that's
still
usually
live with
got
my parents.
$1,000 in
Everything
it.
I have
But
is like locked in with my parents. The food that I eat, the roof that I live under, everything is by my parents. Everything I make is either saved or invested, which I think I should get into the habit of also having some money left over for spending for myself, and not just rely on my parents. No one would ever tell that Dave
just because
Ramsey
I
would-
like I'm a redneck, I like having some money
Is any-
in
is
my
everyone
pocket,
from the
you
South
know.
a
But
redneck,
that's
or
just
just like
walking
certain
around money,
white
and if I
people?
want to
Because
buy
I
something, or
honestly don't
you
know.
know, most of what that. That goes for his tips for you know when
Okay.
I park a car or when I'm finish up playing a game of golf and a guy cleans my clubs, you know, that kind of stuff.
Or when I come over and mow your lawn, you're
yeah,
really
when Ken
generous.
comes over and washes dishes for us, we give him a little tip. And
By the way, I want to point out, don't come to some live event and try to take money off
You
of
would
Dave,
never
because
know,
he's
but
also
I know
got
what he's
something else
talking
in
about,
his,
and
in his, in his
that's
back pocket.
especially
I just
from the
think I
South.
should point that out. That could be a
Watch-
bad
watch-
scenario
watch
for
the
somebody
I'm
trying
not-
to take.
You do not want to be on
I'm
your
not.
cash.
I'm not gonna get robbed. It's okay. It's okay. Nobody wants to.
It's true. It's true.
rob me. But the I'm not really muggable. I'm just huggable. But the yeah the but anyway the yeah, I don't walk around with a
basically
bunch
don't
of
just
cash
keep a
in
bunch
that
of
regard. When I say
liquid,
cash is
hard
king at the
cash
beginning of the
in your house.
show, it
Put
doesn't
into
mean
a
that
bank
Jesus
or
isn't
put it
king.
somewhere where you're
It
actually
means
getting
that
returns on it, so
cash
like
has
1 or 2%.
power and
That's
paying
better than having
for
nothing.
things rather
And
than
it's
going
more
into debt.
secured at the bank than at your house, because if someone knows there's money in your house, you're most likely to get robbed. At least with the bank, it's secured with the FDIC. So,
to get them is power. And so you know, I know a few people that keep $5,000 or $10,000 cash in a little safe in their house, just in case they
So
you know
keep
wanted to
like a
grab a hold of a
minimum
little
of,
money for some
I guess,
reason
a
or another on a
percent
short notice,
of
and
what you
the
earn
ATM
every
was
single
jammed up
month.
or something, then that's
Keep
okay.
certain-
But
keep a certain
you know,
amount in
I don't believe in
liquid
keeping
cash with you
50,
all the
100,
time, just in case
$200,000.
something happens with the ATM, just
You're
in
starting
case
to.
something happens with the bank, just in case it's a weekend and you need a little large amount of money. So like 1,000, 2,000. I don't think that's a bad amount to have in your house. Alright, good video, and I think it really puts into perspective when even people like Dave Ramsey are talking about money. They're not saying that just keep everything that you earn in liquid cash. You should totally invest and save a lot of it, and save it in a way that where you earn at least 2 or 3%. Right now I'm with SoFi and I earn about 3.8% right now with my savings, and 60% of my earnings I put into my investing account because I don't have, because I'm just 19, I don't have any expenses, and the rest of it I save about 30, and then 10%. I did say before that I don't really keep a lot of cash. The 10%, it just goes into eating out because I don't have a lot of expenses, so I just eat out with the rest of the 10%. But probably I should just start saving that up and just buying something that I actually need and not just start eating out. Because even with my food, I'm trying to get more healthier with my food choices, and I was born into an Indian family, and the most healthy food is not what we do at in my house. So I try to make better choices, get something from outside and buy it. I try to buy it myself and just cook it by myself, because I'm trying to go to the gym, be consistent with my health, get better eating habits, because I've been going to the gym for quite a long time now and with no significant gains. Trust me, I used to be much bigger and a lot fatter than I am right now, but still, there's no much muscle gain because of my diet and what I eat at home. So I'm trying to improve that, and probably I should have some money left over to do that. And probably you should too, because having some cash around is not that bad, and certainly having hundreds of thousands at home is not a good situation to be in either, because you're gonna be constantly worried about that money in your bank, in your house. So it's best to just keep it at the bank. So good video. Always Dave Ramsey, the best person you can go to for if you want to be financially free and if you want to make better choices with your money, basically. All right, I'll see you next time. I'll try to find a better video to react to. Until then, peace out.